Somebody is saying when the only product available, what do we call that? Monopoly. When the product monopolizes the market. So that's what you can say. When the product is a monopoly, you can be able to charge high prices because there is no competition. When a product is a monopoly, that is the only brand that is available in the market. And it's saying that when demand of a product increases, yes, high demand for a product. Yes, high demand for a product. Another situation, high demand for a product. Another reason. Yeah, that one can be. Yeah, that one is true. When supply chain, when there's an increase in the supply chain, that is the cost of distribution rises. When the company want to cover the cost of distribution, when the firm decides to cover the cost of acquisition and distribution, and there's high cost of acquiring the product. High cost of acquisition. What else? Yes, this is what we talked about as monopoly. It's the same as monopoly. It's very right. When there is no other product that can serve the same purpose. In other words, it's the only brand that is can be defined as monopoly. What about the cost of production? To cover high cost of production. To cover high cost of production. You can add that to your points, cover high cost of production. Another situation is when the dealers want to maintain a prestigious appeal about the product. When the dealer wants to maintain or communicate prestigious appeal. Appeal about the product. When the dealer wants to maintain a prestigious appeal about the product. In many cases, you find that they would charge high prices. Prestigious appeal. Another is if price is meant to communicate quality. when price is meant to communicate quality, then also you find that they will charge high. Are we together? So plus many other circumstances, you can be able to, for example, increase in taxation can also be a reason. Increased taxes can be a reason. If, for example, there is a new tax that is charged, then you can be able to charge high prices, okay? The next question, let's look at the next question. Let's look at the next question. The next question we are talking about, there it comes. Highlight 6 measures that a salesperson may put in place to ensure that Windows display for product is attractive. Yes. Can we look at this one now? Let's look at this one. Let's put our contribution to this. Let's put our contribution to that. Let's put our contribution. What should one do to be able to? Yes, you should be aware of the target market. Yes, be aware of target market. That is, know the target customers. Know the target customers. Any other? Yes, ensure good lighting. That is correct. Ensure good lighting. That will give a better view of products. Then also very good, that is Malcolm, place key items within the view or the level where people can see them. That is a good point, Malcolm. That is true. Another point. What else do you think? Someone says that one needs to consider the environment, the type of audience around you. Yes, that is correct. We can consider it as the same point as determining who your customers are, people you are targeting. Mungai, the visibility is clear. That is, ensure the area where you are doing your displays is clear to anyone who walks out there, can be able to see, can be able to actually get access to the same. Those are good key points related to Windows display. Let's look at another question. Let's look at another question. So another question is highlight 6 reasons that may make a salesperson to choose rail transport in distributing goods to customers. Highlight 6 reasons that may make a salesperson to choose rail transport to distribute goods to customers. This one is asking for advantages of railway transportation. This one we did when we were looking at transportation in those key areas that aid to distribution. For a salesman to ensure his goods reach the customers, one thing that they need is how to transport these goods. Therefore, transportation become a key or essential part of the activity. So what are the advantages of transportation? Let's see what we have here. Let's see here what you have. Advantages of rail transportation. Yes, it's cost effective because the railway can carry so much goods at a time. What are the benefits about rail transport? Let's hear additional point. Rail is cost effective. That is very good, especially for bulky goods. Especially for bulky goods. What other advantage do we have here? Let's hear the next one. Yes, it's advantageous when dealing with bulky products, things that are quite a lot in terms of number of items. What else do you think of? Which other point relating to transport? Yes, I can see some of your points. Railways are reliable, yes, because of scheduled timing. They have specific scheduled times, and one can actually time their transportation. Then also you have trains may be environmentally friendly because of operate only one engine and can use even more than 10 trailers on it. So it's environmentally friendly as well. That is positive information. So those are key points that we need to remember. Let's look at the next question. The next question. The next question. The next question is asking, there are certain fringe benefits that an organization may give to its salespeople as a way of motivating them. Outline 6 such benefits. Outline 6 such benefits. What are the fringe benefits? This one, I think we did it recently. The benefits that organization can give to salespeople. Let's put our contributions down there. What are those benefits? These are benefits in addition to salary that salespeople get when they do their job. Anything over and above the salary that they receive. Throwing parties. Mungai, you like parties, eh? Is that a fringe benefit, eh? Throwing parties, eh? You may not have money to throw party every time, eh? But we are talking about benefits that can be consistent and that can be included or to. What do you mean adding salary? Adding salary is actually increasing the basic pay. You talk about basic pays, eh? So salespeople may be paid in form of salary, that is basic pay, or salary plus commissions, as we had looked at those key areas. So adding salary may just add to the basic pay. It may not be considered fringe benefit. Increasing the commission, like if they get a commission of 10%, you might increase it by maybe 2% so that you give them 12%. That can only be just be adding onto the commissions. But maybe we can say, so when we're talking about fringe benefit, we are talking about benefits that may not necessarily be monetary entirely, like for example, medical cover, transportation allowances, house allowances, such kind of things. Yes. So let's argue from that perspective. Maybe insurance, life insurance policy, that is the group life insurance policy, can be a fringe benefit. There can be allowances for paying school fees for maybe children, that can be fringe benefits. So you can be able to look at, so check out, look at those key areas. So mostly the fringe benefits we are talking about and mostly non-monetary, but they are, of course, they cost the company money, but the salesman receive them in as benefits, and not necessarily as money, as cash. Yeah, so we can say about them that these are key incentives that include medical expenses. So you can put that medical expenses, medical facilities, free accommodation. For example, if one travels to some place, they can be given an accommodation funded by the company. Retirement benefit schemes, for example, or savings scheme. For example, a company can come up with a savings scheme for its employees that they save on their behalf. Then pension benefits, for example, or sometimes getting company products at affordable cost, or for maybe for free, and at times funding the education of children, things like that. So those are mostly benefits that are non-monetary, and an employee can actually receive them. Are we together? So let's look at the last question. Let's look at the last question. Outline 4 characteristics of an itinerant trader. Outline 4 characteristics of an itinerant trader. Who is this? Yes, you have asked, what about house allowance? Yes, house allowance is mostly monetary. It is monetary because it is normally paid in form of money. But if the company offers employees a housing facility, instead of paying the money, they have company houses where the employee can live in, then that one can be considered a fringe benefit. In other words, they can accommodate, like they do in high school. They accommodate teachers in school quarters, that is staff quarters. So in most cases, organizations that offer house allowances, they offer them in monetary terms, so it's normally added to the salary. Yes, now let's look at the characteristics of itinerant trader. This one is a walk in the park. We can do it quickly. Yes, I can see your contributions. Yes, they are found in densely populated areas. That is right. They move from one point to another place to place. That is actually their name. Then they also have no fixed premises. Yes, you don't get them in how in places where they have a room or have a shop. Mhm. They tend to be persuasive. That is very true. They carry little stock. That is very true about them. And normally they tend to use uh, a small capital to be able to start their business. Yeah, so those are very good points. These are very good points that you have identified. And it's true about itinerant traders. They are like those people who move place to place hawking goods. You find that they tend to behave in a certain way. So those are the answers that you should have given, and I think I will mark. I will mark, and you'll be able to access your marks on the portal. Okay. So I think there are so many things that I did not check. Now, remember, this is chapter 2, no, topic 2. We will continue with our revision, but last time I think I displayed some questions. I displayed some questions, but I will also let me check, look for one so that we can review. But initially, what we did for topic 2 was the essentials of good salesmanship. And one of the key areas that we needed to look at were aspects of effective sales and benefits of maintaining current and encouraging future sales. Those are the kind of things that we were looking at. What are the key aspects of essential elements of good salesmanship or good personal selling that we had identified previously? And one thing that I want you to discuss is benefits of maintaining current sales, or let's say benefits of encouraging or ways to encourage future sales. I want you to discuss that. Ways to encourage future sales as I'm looking for a past paper. So let me put it to you on the portal. Ways of encouraging so they explain the benefits of maintaining current sales and encouraging future sales. So I want you to discuss this. You can discuss this together. You can unmute your button. Are you able to use your microphone? Let's try out. Jason, are you able to use your microphone? Can you speak and be heard? Mungai, can you speak and be heard? Try to speak up so that maybe perhaps I could hear you. So I'm hoping that you will be I'm hoping that you will be or maybe perhaps you are not audible, eh? Malcolm is here. Where are all these people? Yes, what's are you able to be heard? Mungai? Or your microphone is not working? If it's not working, no problem. You can discuss on the public chat. Eh? You can discuss on the public chat. So I, by the fact that I'm just hearing silence, means maybe your microphones are not working. Eh? So let me that forum for you and be able to discuss on the public chat as well as this one you can use later on. Eh? Are we together? So let me find a past paper so that we can do some revision on what is actually in a past paper, okay? Because perhaps maybe you are not able to hear one, and I wanted you two people to chat over this mod conference. But since then, I Those 2 points you have given, Mucheru, the first one, building long distance relations is not long distance, it's long lasting. Long lasting relationship with customers. Then the other point is being able to persuade, I think produce, you are meaning produce, that meet customers' requirement. So let's put those 2 adjustments. But one benefit of maintaining current and encouraging future sales is to ensure that you keep your customers happy, you keep your customers happy, you maintain the reputation of your organization, you maintain reputation of your company, and of course you maintain the sales growth for your firm. Maintain the sales growth for your firm. And a company that maintains current sales and encourage future sales tend to perform well business-wise. And this normally leads to happy employees who want to maintain with the company. Are we together? There are ways in which you can ensure future business is maintained or encouraged. One is producing quality products. Producing quality products. Secondly is keeping your promises to customers. Keeping your promises to customers. Third is being responsive to customers' concerns. If they have questions, if they have issues, then you respond to such concerns in a way that answers them. Fourth is that you are able to respond to their needs in the sense that you produce products that meet their requirements. Producing products that meet their requirements. When they make a suggestion, then you don't rubbish those suggestions, but you ensure that you adjust as much as possible to meet it when it is possible. Are we together? Now, are you seeing that paper I've displayed there? There are some questions I've displayed over there. Let's look at the first one. One type of customer that a salesperson is likely to encounter is a difficult customer. Highlight 6 characteristics of such a customer. Yes, let me hear your contribution. Under what circumstances would we encounter difficult customers and how do we handle and deal with them? So let's see your contribution. Have you ever met difficult customers? Have you ever met a difficult person, and what are their characteristics? So let's do something as far as that is concerned. Yes, do that discussion between you. Do the discussion. I want to see your discussion. If possible, you can speak to one another, well and good. Can see the contribution. These are very good contributions. They don't listen. Yes, they are very impatient. Yes. What do you mean by no boundaries? What do you mean by no boundaries? They are arrogant. That no boundary we can think. What do you mean by some of them bully? Yes, but in most cases, most of those items you have highlighted are quite true. They hard to deal with. They demand a lot. They seem to know it all. So find that getting to work with them is a challenge. Let's look at this second question. Explain 4 ways in which a salesperson can maintain good relation with his customers. How can a salesperson maintain good relation with customers? So how do you keep good relation with customers? Yeah, keep promises, listen to your customers, that's right. Provide quality products, quality product to your customers. What else? Yes, focus on your customers' needs. Focus on your customers' needs. Very good. You don't give bonuses to customers. You give maybe discounts. You can do effective follow-up. Do follow-up, respond to their queries on time. You can give incentives, not bonuses. Give incentives. Mungai, we talk of giving incentives, not bonuses. incentives like discounts, like free samples, like additional products and such like. So giving incentive, not free samples, not bonuses. Let's look at the third question there. One of the duty of a salesperson is expected to perform is to gather information. Outline 6 ways in which the salesperson may gather information about customers. This is gathering information about customers. What are the ways that a salesperson may gather information about customers? So what are the ways salesperson may gather information about customers? What are the ways they can gather information? There is methods of gathering. Yeah, one, very good. Asking for feedback. How do you ask for feedback? You ask for feedback. Yes, what else? What are the methods of asking for feedback or getting that? Very good, very good. Personal interviews. Yes, you can directly interview customer. That's a good one. Yes. Another way is use of suggestion boxes. You can gather information by encouraging customers to put their queries or issues in the suggestion boxes. Observation, very good. You can observe and see exactly what is actually taking place. Very good. Another method, another way. Let's look at ways of getting information from customers. Like these commonly used ways, use of questionnaires. Yes, let me hear from more of you. Let's continue. Observation, yeah. Use of toll-free line. Conducting a survey, that is okay. That's very good. Conducting a survey, you ask people on the streets who are about maybe the... This is actually related to interviews. The point you have just added is related to interviews. You can use toll-free line, those lines where there's no price charged on them when one calls. You can write to the customers to give you a feedback by sending maybe a message to them or an email to them so that they can communicate back to you. Good. Let's look at the last question. One way that organization may promote its products by sponsoring events. Describe 4 types of events that organization may sponsor. Let's look at that one, that question, the 4th one. Which events can a company sponsor? Which events can a company sponsor? What type of events? Yeah, music. Yes, very good. Football events. Things like drama festivals, cultural activities. Cultural activities, yes. Food sponsorship. Which kind of sponsorship is that? What else can we see companies sponsoring? Yes, so I think those are events that are very important, like every social responsibility events, like participation in dealing with environmental challenges, pollution, and what have you, support to some disadvantaged in society. Those are activities and events that may be sponsored by organizations, and they are quite okay. So I think we can stop here for today. We'll continue with our revision, but what you need to do is get to the portal and check what I've placed there on these various topics, and you'll be able to find them. And I believe also you'll be able to access your marks. Those who did the cut can be able to access their marks. So I believe that should be great. Are we together? So I think I can close this portal, this conference, unless there is any question. Should there be any question you can ask?
You are currently the only person in this conference.